Mm-hmm. 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 Hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community. And welcome to another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director here at Site 42 of the SCP Foundation. And as I have done for the last 1 year and 1 day, because the daily stream streak must remain strong, I'm here to open my office door to you, the SCP Foundation staff, to answer your burning questions about this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So, whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contain them, the groups of interest who try to stop us from containing them, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview, perhaps from a different multiverse or pataphysical narrative level, i.e., fandom. Either way, we are here for the next, at best, 1 hour. I'm sure many of you are still very tired after yesterday's festivities. But we will be here for approximately 1 hour for a coffee break for today's briefing. But before I begin the actual standard Q&A, let me start with a little bit of housekeeping. First of all, Shiny Chariot, congratulations on being the most punctual member of today's Containment Hazard Assessment team, i.e., congratulations on being first chatter. Meanwhile, CD23, Lone Claw, Dr. Wesker, Amber, Titanborn, Senior Researcher Alex, Battle Blaster, Sheeny, Dakota, Froy, Blue Phantom, Captain Gilbert, Silent Follower, everyone who I have just named, thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here as members of Site 42 on YouTube. We appreciate your membership and your service. Furthermore, Croton, Steven Universe fan, T. Rose, Lincoln, Shroom Poison, Purple, and 953. Thank you for being here punctually, and thank you for being here today just for being you. Yes, I see the after effects of yesterday's celebration are still weighing heavily on you. Make sure to rehydrate. Definitely make sure that you get enough sleep over the coming days to recover. I, of course, am perfectly pert and pepped for today's stream. I don't even need coffee. That's how well I'm doing. Ignore the 38 ounces of Red Bull behind the camera. That said, a reminder, if you missed the celebration yesterday, you can go check out the VOD, the video on demand of the stream. It is currently up in the playlist. Furthermore, a reminder that today's stream is sponsored. Our friends at the scpstore.org and Plush Foundry have dropped the Site Director Sherman plushie, second edition. It is available for the next 28 days and 19 hours and 42 minutes. So make sure to get yours before the timer runs out. You can also well pair it with the SCP-049 Fragmented Minds Edition. Both of these are available in the Site-42 support beacon. As always, Site-42's support beacon is beacons.ai/Site-42, available in the link pinned in the chat or in the description if you're watching the VOD. Look, you can color these strands any way you want. That's why they're blonde. You can make the purple strand and the blue strand and the green strand if you want. Or you can leave them blonde if you want the default flavor. Either way, thank you, Plush Foundry, for manufacturing some sweet, sweet Dr. Sherman plushies for us. So, with that being the case, we have now done enough welcome and intro and sponsor business. Today's chill. Today's vibes. SCP-049 _ Thank you for sending a laughing disco. I don't think the chat needs much more of a party after yesterday, but for those who missed it, they can also get down and boogie. So thank you for your generosity at the chat. Sheeny, thank you for sending a stay hydrated to the chat. I am sure they require that. Dakota, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a water on your way past the commissary. Hydrate. And 100 stars. Thank you for sending some sparkles to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they feel fabulous. Amber, thank you for sending a floating heart. I'm sure the chat feels the love. 100 stars. Thank you for sending a star, and two 100, or a 100. I'm sure they will keep it 100 and enjoy the twinkle of the stars. Shiny Chariot, thank you for saying the 100. They will continue to keep it 100. I know they will. And then Dakota, you said I got an SCP for you to read, SCP-1867. All right. A reminder, since we're doing shorter streams, since we're not doing a 5-hour stream like yesterday, we're definitely not doing as much full SCP readings on stream. That is definitely for longer streams where it will not take a majority of the time. I will take a peek at it. I will summarize it. But donating to read SCPs was a special event yesterday. But SCP-1867, well, that is just a very popular SCP that everyone should be well familiar with memetically. Because SCP-1867 is a gentleman, a gloriously colorful gentleman, known as Lord Theodore Thomas Blackwood. Lord Blackwood, a British explorer and naturalist, who speaks with terminology and style appropriate to late 19th century England. Or is it a neon slug? Or is it an 1800s adventurer? Sorry, a 1900s adventurer. Only the SCPs it knows and are friends with can tell. But it is important to know that if you go to Series 2 here on the sidebar, because this is a Series 2 SCP, and then you click on the Tales edition of the list and go to 1867 down here, well, at least we've got 2 tales. Well, no, this is the series hub for the adventures of Lord Blackwood, Explorer and Gentleman, as well as the tale Quiet Days. All pages tagged with Lord Blackwood, you say? Well, Lord Blackwood certainly has an array of adventures on the SCP database, being mentioned in 50 pages on the SCP Wiki. So if you are in the mood for some Lord Blackwood, This is the place to go. What's up, Dr. Sherman? What are your thoughts on SCP-5031? Yet another murder monster. I've been designed to lead the research on it. Well, cooked potatoes, lucky for you. 5031 is the sweetest boy. Boy spelled with a B-O-I. And yes, it is a very wonderful chef anomaly. It serves on a mobile task force. Honestly, research has kind of slowed down on it, so I'm afraid they might have just put you on an easy task. Are you recovering from some sort of injury or something? Do you need to be taking it slow? Because 5031, there's not a whole lot of experimentation left to do. I mean, we've already taught it to talk. It's now a Michelin-rated chef. It can compose and play crazy good music. What else? What else do we need to know? Mm-hmm. 100 stars. Thank you for sending another 100 to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. I'm sure they'll keep it 100. Shiny Chariot, thank you for sending a twinkling star to the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. I'm sure it will light their way. Is that the pendant around your neck an SCP symbol? If so, I'm wearing the exact same pendant. So, Captain Gilbert, this pendant is a relic called a denarian coin. It belongs to a demon named Anduriel. It used to be held by a person of interest by the name of Nicodemus, but I have absconded with it. That person of interest was not worthy of such power. Cool Man Fight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a vitamin water on your way past the commissary. Good year of streaming, Dr. Sherman. I do enjoy hot smoked salmon, more cold smoked salmon. If I remember right, hot smoking anything cooks it too. You know, I do love salmon is great. I love it just as a sashimi, or nigiri, of course. And then you know what? Just on a bagel with some cream cheese. Can't beat a little bit of smoked salmon. That's good stuff. I agree completely. Is there any Tanhony SCPs you recommend? Well, Intern Brokes, Tanhony is a fantastic SCP author. Let me take a look at the database of SCP readings on my channel, because those would be the Tanhony articles that I deigned to record for purposes. Oh, it only searches in the titles. That's annoying. I'd like to know what videos of mine have Tanhony in the description so I could know which ones I read that Tanhony wrote. But suffice it to say, what I'm going to give you now, speaking of Tanhony, I want you to read the Amogus SCPs. Specifically, that would be SCP-51... Is it 5167? Yes, SCP-5167, codename When the Imposter is Sus, and its sequel, SCP, I believe it's 5761. Yes, 5761 is its sequel. And despite being thematically themed around Among Us, these ones, When the Imposter is Sus and When the Imposter is Sus 2, Nightmare Hour, are both funny and actually kind of action-packed SCPs. You know, Tanhony wrote SCP-5000, which is a rip-roaring action movie of an article. So while SCP-5167, the original When the Imposter is Sus, is just a silly little article, 5761 actually ups the stakes to action movie levels. It's pretty damn close to apocalyptic levels, so You'll enjoy that. Furthermore, reminder that just because I said SCP-5167 does not allow you to do any memes. Secondarily, reminder that despite what so many people say about that SCP-5167, we did not, quote, make the Among Us imposter an SCP. The only people who say that are idiots who didn't read the article. If they read the article, they would know that that's not what it's about. But they don't read so good, and they don't think so good. So yes, 5167 and 5761 are my Tanhony reading recs. And I am not, someone said Tanhony wrote SCP-5000? Yes, Tanhony wrote SCP-5000. There was this guy saying SCP is bad and brought up the Among Us SCP as an example. And intern Coatman, you should understand that if that's what they said, you should never trust their opinion again. Because as I said, they didn't read it, and they didn't think so good. If they had read it, they would know that that's not what it was about, nor is it a sign of the downfall of SCP. Do not trust people who don't read SCPs for opinions on SCPs. If you were... Now, obviously, you guys are here in my chat, which means you don't do something so foolish. So I'm not admonishing you at all, because you know better. Was it quite? I feel like it was quite. Sheeny. Quite might have brought it up, but Quite has done it. Quite's two most recent videos are bringing up patently ridiculous SCP concepts, but in a loving way. Quite is a friend of the SCP community. No, there were a bunch of tweets. I just recently made fun of horror and meme YouTuber Teen9, Thaf9. Made a tweet about us making the imposter an SCP because Thaf9 didn't read it. But when I joked at Thaf9 in the comments about him getting it wrong, he hearted the comment. He gets the joke. So we're not mad at Thaf9. I was just poking fun at Thaf9 for getting a mistake. Because don't judge a book by its cover. Read the article. Intern Sands, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again to Sang. Someone asked, what could he/she do if SPC-173 and SCP-096 are in front of them, next to each other? Well, Shark Punching Center Article 173 is a statue outside of their pool. And I think its effect is that if you ball up your fist to throw a punch, it attacks you. Because they're trying to teach the Shark Punching Center people to chill the F out. You can't always go full punch. You got to think sometimes. And so as long as you don't ball up your fist, then you're going to be fine from SPC-173. But you still have to avoid looking at 096's face. Are you still working on that damn tree? Intern Lapis, we of course are. Although we did manage to make it scream using SCP 729 J. I wasn't there for that test, number one, even though it was my proposal. And secondarily, it has been deemed, quote, cheating, because nothing can withstand that abomination. So we are still looking for more conventional means to make SCP-4521 scream. Oh, he said it and not that thing. Well, yes, Opal. Although I had to steel myself so as to not vomit at the name of that abomination, I did want to clarify which item designation it was. That way the chatter can look up the log and see how it caused it to scream. Or even be a barber. 5031 has a lot of potential in being a barber. Well, SCP-5031 is quite dexterous, so I would not be shocked if 5031 was able to cut hair. Although, even with multiple arms, I doubt 5031's attention could go to cutting multiple people's hair at once, so it's not as if the arms would give... Although, I mean, you could do more with multiple scissors on one person, so that is useful. Now, you would not be able to have a mirror while 5031 works on you, because if you perceive 5031, then it disappears. So you would have to just not be able to see what it's doing, but I'm sure we can trust 5031. It is very talented. What anomaly would help someone to stop drinking? Captain Gilbert. I would recommend SCP-666. Now, unlike what most people think, it's not something to do with the devil, at least not outright. SCP-666, known as the Spirit Lodge, is a yurt, is a medium-sized Tibetan yurt, and when someone goes into SCP-666, they are transported into a place that is important to them, and someone offers them the thing they are addicted to. And if you partake in the thing that you are addicted to, the entity begins to beat the ever-loving shit out of you. So, you should probably not induce, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Not indulge in the thing you are addicted to within SCP-666. Hopefully it cures your addiction. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again to say. Dr. Sherman, should we try smoking some meats on a smoker using firewood from the not screaming tree to see if it screams or no? We have tried all sorts of different burning tests on SCP-4521, and it has yet to scream. However, due to 4521's secondary anomaly, which everyone forgets about, which is it has a Wolverine-like healing factor, you could feasibly get infinite firewood from SCP-4521. So if you need wood for the smoker, I guess that's a good way to do it. It won't make it scream, but it'll save on resources for the commissary. Dakota, thank you for donating again to say. Cognito hazard that forced things to scream. Well, I would love to know which one it is so we can utilize it in this scenario. What if you're addicted to being beaten up? What would SCP-666 do then? Oh no. A catch-22 for the yurt demon. What? I guess I should say yurt spirit. It's a spirit lodge, so that's funny. I'm gonna go look in the discussion and see if I can get an answer for this. What if you are a masochist? What are you if you are addicted to getting beaten? Well, there's 6 pages of discussion. It doesn't seem like it's coming up on page 1. If you want to search the discussion page for it, be my guest. But suffice it to say, that hypothetical... I wonder if it would abuse you verbally instead. Maybe it'll break down your spirits. Dr. Sherman, 5031 doesn't disappear anymore. It was all stage fright that they got over. They still use the ability on missions, though. I'm going to have to look into that, see how that fits into our Site 42 universal canon. I gotta look into the Alpha 9 lore as well and see how it fits. To your question about taking lore and headcanons from yesterday. Oh, man. That does make it way easier for staff to thirst trap over it, though. Well, I think I just canonize that response because it annoys me. And every time something annoys me, it becomes hard canon very quickly. Who's thirst trapping over 5031? Who's not? Have you seen the food it can cook? Have you heard the music it can play? Artists who can cook like that? Ay, ay, ay. 6 hands? The massages you could get? Where is it? SCP 5031. So, okay. Here's the thing. Let's see if this is the video. Either way, we're going to enjoy a little video. Hold on. Turn off the ambiance. Why are you not making any sounds? Friend of the channel. So, okay, here's the thing. We're going to enjoy some SCP animating.
What are you doing? I accidentally ate one of Dr. Shaw's snacks, so she assigned me to do write-ups on a bunch of SCP-2030 episodes that haven't been transcribed yet. What's that? Whoa, that's horrifying. Yeah, it's pretty gross. Is that guy get turned into fingers? Looks like it. The episode theme is digital, but it looks like they mean both the computery meaning and the, like, fingery meaning. Puns are apparently fun. Man, I do not envy you having to watch all this. Glad I didn't make Dr. Shaw mad. Yeah. Luckily, the show itself isn't cognito-hazardous or anything. It's just, like, unpleasant. Surprisingly good cinematography, though. Well, I'm gonna go enjoy my afternoon of doing fun cross-testing with 999 and 5031. You have fun with your little night-night finger show. Don't rub it in, you... Where'd you get that pudding cup? This? Oh, it was in the fridge in the break room. What? Is it anomalous or something? What happened to my last pudding cup? Which one of you dense motherfucker?
Okay, this wasn't the right video, but maybe you can go dig through So Okay, Here's the Things lore on YouTube and TikTok and enjoy their work. But yes, one of the videos for So Okay, Here's the Thing has a lot of the female researchers on site thirsty after a certain 6-star anomaly. We do not fraternize with the anomalies, damn it! It was a former Patreon video, so if that helps narrow it down. Unfortunately for me, it does not. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again to say. So is that a yes, to use its wood for cooking food at Site 42 for the staff year-round? I mean, if it doesn't interfere with testing, take it slow. We don't want another problem like the infinite peanut butter, where maybe we increase its healing factor to the point where the entire site is full of wood. Dakota, thank you for donating again to say. 3930 is a pattern screamer. That should work. First of all, you're not supposed to know about that. No more than 5 people are supposed to know about that. The more people that know about 3930, the more it spreads. Forget about 3930. I'm going to have to set up the amnestics cognitohazard at the end of stream again. Furthermore, pattern screamers don't make you scream. That's not what they do. They make you not exist. That's not the same thing. Just because it has scream in the name does not mean. The fuck is 3930? Well, since I'm going to amnesticize you all anyways, SCP-3930 is a abandoned area in Russia. And it does not exist. Like, literally, does not exist. A space that does not exist. And if you go into the space, you don't exist. But the space that doesn't exist, but it's angry because it exists, even though it doesn't exist. Skipping ahead, I'll come back to the other donations, but Sheeny, thank you for your incredibly generous first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member, of course. Make sure to grab it yourself. You know what? We could rest, recoup, and rehydrate, or since you're going on vacation, hair of the dog. Hair of the dog is the way to go. Listen, I wasn't supposed to tell anyone this yet, but since I'm amnesticizing anyways, and since you're going on vacation, you'll be fine. 5031 has been working on a new hobby as a mixologist. Full on Tom Cruise juggling bottles and the like. So, 5031 has a hair of the dog breakfast cocktail for you to recover. So, you enjoy the hell out of that, and thank you for your generosity to today's stream. Got a little approved vacation time from both the Foundation and Async, not an easy feat, you're damn right. So the party keeps going here. Hopefully Async isn't on fire by the time I get back. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one holding their incompetent butts together. I believe it. Yeah, they should really let us take over, but they're guarding the whole back rooms. There's a lot of back rooms. They could just give us a section to study. Seriously. Lone Claw, thank you for what I believe is your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Get yourself some coconut water on your way past the commissary. So now that I'm in the personnel dossier, I'm going to see if I can't trick a couple of writers to help me on my quest to get a tag for myself. Ooh, ooh. Well, I look forward to seeing how you do that. The character of Dr. Lovelace could be useful in a lot of plots. And so you get the right story going, and you nudge your way through that door. Best of luck. Oh, look! Carrot Monkey made it to the day after the party. Welcome back. How would people get out of SCP-3005? Well, I don't remember SCP-3005 off the top of my head, but I'll take a look. A light that died. SCP-3005 is an entity? As far as I can tell? No, this is a, what? It seems to be some sort of machine. Carrot Monkey, are you sure you're talking about the right anomaly? While I wait for a response there. Floating Away, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Bloody Mary on your way past the commissary. As a creative paranormal writer, how would you differentiate between cosmic, celestial, eldritch, and primordial entities, as they tend to overlap? Okay, well, I'm going with cosmic, being that they are just interstellar. They are not outside of our universe in any way. I'm going with celestial, being eldritch and celestial are kind of opposite sides of the same coin, but it's that eldritch are old one beings who they don't have a purpose, they are just above us. But celestials tend to have some sort of purpose in the universal make, as far as I know. Celestials tend to be a kind of purposed eldritch. And then primordial is old, beginning of time entities. So that's where your roundabout's going to be. I was trying to search for an SCP that is just a professional online hater. He was a middle-aged man that wore sunglasses. I guess it's just lost media now. Cooked potatoes, you're talking about Hog Slice! That's SCP-6599. Hog Slice is not lost media, and if you call Hog Slice lost media, it will appear and beat the tar out of you. Do not insult Hog Slice like that. Furthermore, do remember that Hog Slice is an it, not a he. All anomalies in containment are objects, not people. Please practice proper pronoun parlance protocols at the Foundation. Anomalies are its unless they are employed, too powerful but willing, or self-destructive. It can also be a reward for good behavior to keep them compliant. Otherwise, it's based on canon/facility. These are all good exceptions and notes on the concept. Yes, DJ. Oh, dear Lord. Since Desk is back, I have a question. What would happen if Clef entered SCP-666? Well, first of all, if the anomaly can affect Clef's reality sync nature in the first place, it would then depend on what Clef is, quote, addicted to. Thank you, Dr. Sherman. I was trying to find his article. Intern potatoes, that's what I am here for. Happy I could bring an answer to your query. Sheeny, thank you for donating again to say. Also, just realized that the Backrooms movie occurs in a furniture store. Just wanted to note that. Yes, that is quite ironic, indeed. We are, what, a month away from the Backrooms movie? I will be seated. We got a lot to learn. Also, I didn't even say this yesterday. Did you hear Jacksepticeye is producing the Bloodborne movie? Bloodborne is getting an animated movie, and Jacksepticeye is the producer. What? Oh my gosh, talking about Eldritch entities earlier. Yeah, this just got announced at Sony's CinemaCon. Or Sony announced it at CinemaCon, and Jacksepticeye announced it on his channel. So Jacksepticeye is producing the Bloodborne movie. And yet we're still not getting Bloodborne 2. I'm just saying, Sony, why aren't we getting Bloodborne 2? Where is my Bloodborne 2, Sony? Freaking. But damn. So yes, I will be watching the Backrooms movie to see how more internet creepy properties are being made into movies. And I will also be seeing the Bloodborne movie to see another internet creator getting into the movie space, and not because I'm a huge Bloodborne fan. That is just on the side. First Mark with Iron Lung, and now Jack. That's right, Dr. Moonston. And hey, you know what was a pretty good horror movie considering it was YouTubers? I don't know what their name is, like Rakaflaka or something. But the horror movie Talk to Me came out a couple of years ago. And I'll be damned if not only is that a good job of YouTubers going up to make a horror movie, a legit big budget horror movie, but secondarily, that is just an SCP object. The frickin' hand that they shake hands with to talk to ghosts, that is just an SCP object. I'm telling you, we need that in containment. For real. I meant to say 3008. How would someone escape? Okay. Intern Carrot Monkey. The answer to escaping 3008 is you have to find the door. The problem is there's only one exit, and it moves around. I mean, feasibly, there could be multiple exits because we found out that there are people from multiple universes in there. So there could be either one door that bounces around and opens into other universes, or multiple doors, but since it's infinite, they're hard to find. Suffice it to say, the only way out of the infinite IKEA is to find the door. Therefore, statistically, your odds are pretty low, unfortunately. Desk would like to let whoever asked, it is unlikely that SCP-666 would affect Clef unless he wanted it to. More than likely, it would just be a big sauna. Agent Glitch, welcome to Site-42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Dr. Intern Noss, yes, I have seen Iron Lung. I went to go see that opening night. You're damn right. As a Markiplier fan, as well as following the path of those who go from YouTube to movies, so we can do the same here for the SCP community, I was seated. Markiplier's acting was phenomenal, but the Portuguese dub really did screw the experience. Still, I loved it. Well, at least I saw it in its native language, so that probably helped a little bit to be sure. But just like I talked about SCP Blind Vector on YouTube by Fisk Productions. Using SCP-966 was a clever way to keep the budget low, because when you have an invisible monster, you save a lot on the budget. So too does it help Markiplier to make the movie a one-man show inside one room, mostly. Saves a lot of budget. Good stuff. Dakota, thank you for donating again to say, Book of Diseases, Tourette's Syndrome. The Book of Diseases is locked in a box, buried where none of you hypochondriac fucks are gonna get it. Last time we took that book out, everyone freaked the hell out. No. Is Hammercat an SCP? Intern 1817. I don't know what a Hammercat is. But here's the guideline. Number one, is this entity you call Hammercat anomalous? Yes or no? Number two, is this Hammercat entity a part of the SCP database? Yes or no? Third, is this Hammercat entity written on the SCP database as an SCP article? Yes or no? If all three answers are yes, then it's an SCP. If one of them is no, no. Have you watched some of Dongen Don's videos? He does a lot of SCPs and he tries to focus on the horror/analog horror aspect. It was just fantastic. Highly recommend his SCP-303 Doorman video. We are, Intern Nos, friends of the Dongen Don's YouTube channel. Yes, we check them out every now and again when they drop a new video because we love supporting SCP animations on here. Animation is a hard way to get by on YouTube. It takes a lot of effort for not a lot of love from the YouTube algorithm. So, mad respect and support to Dongen Dons. Have you watched the Nightmind's old videos on SCPs? Oh yeah, Nick. Nick makes some damn good videos. I like the Halloween tradition of doing SCPs. Actually, I'm trying to remember if Nick had me on to do a voice in one of them. I think I did an intro for one of his Halloween videos. But I don't remember which one, and I don't remember. It's been a bit. I know Nick came on our last Halloween 24-hour charity live stream. And I was shocked because, his voice just sounds like that. Handsome bloke. Radio Shack, thank you for sending a 100 to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. I'm sure they'll keep it 100 at your urging. Dakota, thank you for donating again to say, use the book on the tree. Oh. While I like the way you're thinking, I do. I like the way you're thinking. But I do believe that the overseers have completely shut down all use of the anomaly. Yes, the overseers have completely forbid any use of the anomaly. So, unfortunately, it is not available for research purposes. Especially for something so, I should say, frivolous, they call it, as trying to make the tree scream. It's not frivolous, but... When are the new pre-order Dr. Sherman plushies getting shipped again? I can't find the clip of you telling us. Interns Stokotra. The plushies of the Dr. Sherman plushies are going to be shipped in September. 21st night of September. I don't know if it will actually be September. But what happens is we have 1 month to pre-order them, which brings us to May 14th is the end of the pre-order. Then it will take June, July, August to manufacture, shipping in September. And reminder, since it was brought up, hey, Dr. Sherman plushie, available at the Site 42 support beacon for the next 28 days. So go over to the Site 42 support beacon and pre-order this Hawaiian shirt-wearing little guy before time's up. And don't forget, you can also get an SCP-049 while you're in there. Best friends, mortal enemies, whatever canon you believe it to be. I saw a Ko-Fi notification. Let me grab that so I don't forget it exists. Dumb person, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, and thank you for making the effort to go through the Ko-Fi, which only takes 3% of your donation, as opposed to YouTube Super Chats taking 30%. We appreciate you making the effort. Grab yourself a pineapple on your way past the commissary. You call this resisting arrest, Chaos Insurgency? We call this a difficulty tweak. All right, the safe word is police brutality. Hey, wait, why is the transmitter on? No, stay down or I will feed you to the man-eater. That's a lot. Good luck, I guess. Get him. Floating away, thank you for donating again to say. Has the target of SCPs that target specific people being resurrected to see the reaction of the SCP? It would be informative and funny to see. I need you to clarify your speech there, but I'm wondering if you're saying something along the lines of if an SCP is targeting something and then that target is killed and then resurrected, what would happen? So it depends on the anomaly. Different anomalies, different responses. For instance, SCP-096, it kills you if your brain contains the memory of what its face looks like from looking at it. So, if you die, it stops running after you, but if you're resurrected and you still remember, then you still die, because it's going to come after you again. So you're not going to be safe if you die and resurrect. Longeclaw. Thank you for donating again to say. Fun fact, Dr. Lovelace was created for Halloween and posted on Reddit. She ended up being so popular that I decided to try to get her on the wiki. Oh, very nice. Yeah, sometimes you make a meme and the meme is fun and then you go for it. What is a good J. Dune SCP? Not SCP-9000, I've already read that. Intern Brokes, J. Dune is one of my top favorite SCP authors. I have a litany for you. But let me just take a quick look. I want you, Intern Brokes, to read SCP-8329. Codename Prize People. Have fun. Which site am I located at? Well, SCP-207, you're currently talking to Site 42. But if I look at 207 on the database, the cola bottles are located at Site Redacted. So, I don't know. Floating away, thank you for donating again to say, has the Hawaiian shirt's color been stolen today? I just came in a little casual for once. Come on. Give a guy a break. No, the plushie, no. The color of the plushie's Hawaiian shirt is quite colorful. I think that's a great design for a secondary plushie, considering that the first plushie was a more blue-focused Hawaiian shirt. I think the red-green of the second edition Hawaiian shirt looks very good with the black lab coat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, chat, we are currently 7 minutes from the end of stream. 7 minutes from the end of stream. We're about on the 1 hour mark. Missed out on the first one due to when I showed up. Oh, yeah. The first plushie was way back. When did we first do the plushie? 2022? 2023? One way to find out. Come over here. Search. Dr. Plush. I'm looking for videos. I'm already in. Has it really been that long since it got punted out of windowless? Oh, I loved the production of that video. We did such a good job punting that thing out a window. That looked great. I hope I can find that video. Because we nailed that one. Where is it? Yeah, okay, so let me turn this around. Turn off my ambiance.
Hey, Dr. Sherman.
Nope. All right, let's see if this is it.
That's my boy. No, my boy. Father hell.
First try. Yes.
No, my boy. Father hell. That's my boy. No, my boy. Father hell.
That's just good.
No, my boy. Father hell.
That's just clean. I am proud of that video. That was a good one.
That's my boy. No, my boy. Father help. That's my boy. No, my boy. Father help. That's my boy. No, my boy. Father help. That's my boy. No, my boy. Father help.
What did this one do?
That's my boy. No, my boy. Father help. That's my boy. No, my boy. Father help.
Some of these are bad. Some of these are terrible. Yes, if you go to the Site 42 TikTok, there's a bunch of those. Refreshing the chat. And then Desk is having, and then this is the Desk edition. When are we doing Desk edition? Dr. Nova, does Josie the Half Cat have a favorite type of cheese, or does she just love all cheese? Dr. Nova, Josie the Half Cat's favorite type of cheese is don't. No. No. Speaking of death, do you know about SCP-2718? Oh, do I know about the scariest SCP article of all time? Yeah. If that's real, it's the worst SCP. Do you have an access card? Well, I'm the site director of Site 42. We have access cards on site, clearly. $369 Destroyer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself an Orange Julius on your way past the commissary. Seems that due to the RLE's repeated abuse of space-time plus a thaumaturgical battery, I was sent to what looks like a potential future. Fortunately, it's not apocalyptic in the year 2084. Well, that's good to know. At least for this 2084. We'll see if we muck that up before then, even. Hell, you might be looking at a universe after another reset of some sort. We might have activated SCP-2000 again by then. Dakota, thank you for donating again to say, imagine if 682 got exposed to the gender-switching stone. Well, you know, due to it having a non-zero chance of death, feasibly we could keep hitting SCP-113 with the stone to see if it causes, if we get the dice roll of death there. But I do believe we already utilized 113 in relation to 682. Or maybe we didn't. Huh. I thought we did. Dr. Burns tried that. 369 Destroyer, can you tell me where to find that? Because it's not in the termination log. Floating Away, thank you for donating again to say. Looking at your older videos, it's been noticeable that even though you always look good, you've been getting handsomer over time. What's the secret? Well, thank you. It is very important to my evil and sexy plans that I continue to age like fine wine. Yes, asexual people can be hot. You can look, but you can't touch. There you go. Furthermore, yes, it's keeping active and eating well and taking care of yourself. If you do your hair good, if you go to the gym, the Foundation Fitness Initiative. I mean, I've been teaching dance for 20 years, so I have been plenty active, and keeping active keeps you young. Avoiding things like cigarettes keeps you young. The more good you are to your body, the younger it stays over time. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Your what and what plans? Charger, I don't know what you're talking about. All right, Site 42 staff, we have made it to the hour mark of this coffee break, which means we are done with today's stream. And as I do at the end of every stream, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. But of course, I'm not going to tell you that my favorite SCPs are not the ones I personally wrote. That would be sheer narcissism. Couldn't have that. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm's author page in Site 42 Hub on the SCP database. There you can see the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as contributed voice lines or sound effects to. And while you're on my author page, you can go one tab over and find a list of links. Links that people say they want to find, but then they just aren't clever enough to do so, which is very sad for them. But not for you. You guys will find those links. I know you're clever enough. You're part of the Containment Hazard Assessment Team. Obviously, you're clever enough. And while you are on my author page, you can become a Patreon patron or a YouTube channel member to donate to Site 42 monthly. You can do Ko-Fi or YouTube Super Chat donations to donate just one at a time. Either way, direct donations are the easiest way to support Site 42, and we appreciate your generosity, me and the Site 42 team, for helping us keep the lights on and keep our mission going. Don't forget that you can also support Site 42 directly by getting the Site 42 Site Director Sherman plushie. The second edition, you have 28 days to order it. We need to get enough of these to fulfill the order, so we need to make sure these fly off the shelves. Also, you can get the SCP-049 plush alongside it if you wish. Best friends, mortal enemies, you decide. Either way, we thank you for supporting the channel through merchandise if that's the way you choose to do so. And speaking of direct donations, I saw a Ko-Fi notification. Let me get that before I forget it exists so I can continue the outro. Loading, 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 loading. Amber, thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a breakfast smoothie on your way past the commissary. When you move your head so the Site 42 icon is over your hair, the icon disappears. Love the icon color era. Where's the icon? Where's the icon of my where? Because I'm streaming, I don't know where the icon is. Is it over here? Do I hide over here to hide the icon? What are we doing here? Is that it? Sorry, I Ko-fi'd before the outro. Well, it takes a minute for the notifications up to appear, I guess. Top left? Up here? Is this where the logo is? If I hide, or is it over here? Right or left? Whee! From my end, this is left, and this is right. I don't know what it looks like to you guys. Suffice it to say, I did it there because I covered both sides. It worked. So, that is very funny. That is very funny. Goodbye, logo. Hardly knew you. Been around for 10 years. I definitely knew you more than hardly. Where was I? Ah, yes. And if you are unable to donate or get merch to support Site 42, do not fret. We understand the broke gang mentality. We are an arts community. The lot of us are starving artists. Trust me. We get it. Oof. But you can still help out by being a member of Mobile Task Force Sci 42, codenamed the Signal Boosters. When you like, share, comment, subscribe, chat, not just on us, but on the SCP projects we support, like Fisk Productions SCP Blind Vector short film out now on YouTube, like Precision Entertainment's teaser trailer for SCP Rabbit Hole, an SCP 1983 short film that I have been helping them to craft the story of for 2 years. When you like, comment, and subscribe to them and tell them that Site 42 sent you, you are helping build up the SCP artist community so that we can have more people watching. The algorithms give us more ad revenue, and then we can make bigger and better SCP projects together. So I thank you, Mobile Task Force Sci 42, coding the Signal Boosters, for your service. Now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one. It is a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5015, content warning on the last one's a rough read. Site 42 staff, this has been another Coffee Break with Dr. Sherman, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream. Can't you see, can't you see? Rain all day and I don't mind. But the telephone's singing, ringing, it's too early, don't pick it up. We don't need to, we got everything we need right here, and everything we need, it's enough. Just so easy when the whole world fits inside of your arms. Do you really need to pay attention to the alarm? Wake up slow. Wake up slow. But baby, you hardly even notice when I try to show you this song is meant to keep you from doing what you're supposed to. Waking up too early, maybe we could sleep in. I'll make you banana pancakes, pretend like it's the weekend now. And we could pretend it all the time. Can't you see that it's just raining? Ain't no need to go outside. Ain't no need, ain't no need. Rain all day and I really, really, really don't mind. Can't you see, can't you see? You gotta wake up slow. The credit song is Banana Pancakes by Jack Johnson. I thought we could all use a sleepy song after yesterday's marathon stream. Be safe, be well, Site 42 staff. Don't forget to grab your Dr. Sherman plushies before the time limit ends. And I'll see you all in the next video or stream. Secure, contain, protect.